I'm gonna throw everything through everything. Anyways, my deepest apologies. I cannot catch a break when it comes to streaming. Anyways. We good? We back for now? We're here? We're good? Okay. Anyways, yeah. I'm so sorry that apparently, for whatever reason, I'm just losing power for like 3 seconds at a time constantly. But it's just constant enough to interrupt things. The names got reset. I love that for me. Let me fix that. That's cool. Love that. Blanket on chair. So we ended up with MathWiz topping out at 223. Catacasal had proceeded to 258. Of course. Of course Martz would want to buy that if it was a chair. He probably already has a blanket. Anyways, yeah. Where were we? We are refreshing. We both got the same seed, so that's good. Catacasal took game 3, despite nobody getting to see it. Not even me. But good sportsmanship and good honor system. I have to refix MathWiz's camera a little bit here. Only so much I can do, but I can work on it. Do a little live jank for y'all. Just a little live jank. Yeah, a little brown out arenas. Anyways, we got ratings on both sides. That quadruple Vits was very important. Ratings on both sides. Hazel's finally got a grip of the broom. Can the current upstarts champ prove how she got there, or will MathWiz finish the job in 3, 2, 1? Square up! So, MathWiz claiming to have some trouble with the RNG in Game 3, leading to a bit of an early top that Hazel was able to take advantage of. When you are a title belt holder, that is something that you definitely need to be able to put to your employ when it happens. I spent my time holding belts, and yeah, you take advantage of those, and then you turn that advantage into momentum, and then move from there. So we'll see if... I don't think it's if, but how Chaotic Hazel will try and use that momentum here as we get into Game 3. Early days, 100,000 to 137. Mathwiz with a odd L piece there, but, you know, finding some solutions here. Not even going to bother tucking the J piece. Actually going to get set up in column 8 with one more skim. Did have to burn off a handful of lines here, but that is a Tetris well. Knocking it down. Big headbang. Smashing the down button for bonus points. 167 to 145, though Mathwiz is ahead in lines as well, so Chaotic Hazel going to take a slim lead as Mathwiz sets up a Vitz, wanting to counteract that quadruple Vitz from Hazel in order to take game number 3. But now, those are a bunch of pieces that did not resolve the situation on Mathwiz's board, and he's going to be paying the price for a little bit here with Burns. Hazel going to widen this lead just a smidge as a result. 237 plays 195. Although now she's kind of starting to spire up the center a little bit as well. Nothing very high at the moment, but it is enough to be annoying. Not as annoying as whatever this structure is here that Mathwiz had. That was... Oh! These structures are kind of continuing. I wonder if that was an attempt at a line spin there. But the line was in the wrong spot. Either way, Mathwiz set up for something quite dirty here. Will the bar actually show up on time this time? Dirty Tetris, big headbang, but the work ain't done yet. That left side a little bit spicy for Mathwiz. Gets a T over for a double. Now needs a J real bad. Finally gets it. Squeezing pieces over. I think those are some quick taps to the left. Need a bar down the center, and that right side is, that's going to be it. 255, Mathwiz is done. 258, Chaotic Hazel was not much cleaner, but will get game number 4 and bring us to a decider. GG. Wasn't even trying to be a decider merchant. It just happens. Can't escape it, just like Martz can't escape warm-up. Big words. Why are you two fighting again? Anyways, we got righties on both sides. Mathwiz has immediately fled the chair. Oh, there we go. He's back. Got the sunglasses on. Putting on the shades. Cool guys don't look at game 5, but hopefully he's going to look at the Tetris board because we don't count these down from 3. We count them down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Square up. Early days, game number 5. We are on reverse sweep watch. Mathwiz admitted himself not immune to it. And being a decider merchant kind of opens yourself up to these situations. That's a good safe triple here. Gotta keep this stack under control in a game 5. Last thing you want to do is give your opponent an easy out. Bar is also a little bit hard to come by early on here, but both players weathering it well, unlike my power. 59 to 73 as we get going. Difference is Mathwiz's glasses are prescription and Hazel's aren't. You don't know that. Could. You don't know that. $108 for the Mathwiz, 143 for Chaotic Hazel. About a 1.5 score lead here over the 30 line marker in game number 5. I look over and there's a ghost square piece on square up in Mathwiz's stack, so sort of fitting. And now Leftwell building as the Battle of the Shades gets going here. 212 for the Chaotic Hazel, 148 for the Mathwiz. Who wears them better? Maybe that's what this is deciding here. Now, Hazel's turn to run into a little bit of traffic. Mathwiz gonna get a little Vitz action there. As our next players are hashing out the terms of battle. You missed the second power outage. Yeah, no, it's super fun. I love that it happened. Ooh. Mathwiz, for a moment there, giving us a bit of a Tetris slideshow, but we're back going. We're going. And that bar is getting over for a Tetris, if only just. Another Tetris, though. Mathwiz at 264 on 73 lines. Chaotic Hazel on 70 lines, 282. So a slim lead for the Upstarts champion. As I got Mathwiz yapping. Just a little yap. But now he's got a little cleanup to do as well. Chaotic Hazel with a nice L-tuck in the center of the stack. You don't usually see him in the middle, but that just makes it better when you do spot him. 329 plays 293. Bar dependency for the left on Hazel's board, but she's going to take the Tetris first and then look to try and address it somehow here. Just going to burn it out as Math Master. So, you have to be associated with Mathwiz somehow if you are Math Master. And Mathwiz might need your help here. That stack is not great. That's a very dirty Tetris, though, and that could be the key to survival here. That is going to be the key to survival if another bar comes. It comes too late. We don't have gas. That is going to be that at 324. And Chaotic Hazel at 381 has survived game number 5 to take the game of the match. Play it out. You're on the big screen. Are the best. Hazel won that. She cuts better promos. I don't think I've seen many of your promos, but, yeah, no, Hazel is going to the Super Show anyways. Mathwiz from Temu. We have Mathwiz at home. Mathwiz at home. We're all out here holding, like, Tetris and Dr. Mario friendlies. Competitive pyramid. professional columns. North of 500, the transition for Hazel. Let's see how much more she can pour on here. Now that the pressure is off, we can... get that dirty Tetris. If I ever step into the world of PAL, Mathmaster is the PAL version. Duly noted. Yeah, chicken and the egg kind of situation here. Which one came first? Welcome on in, Sanzel. Glad you enjoyed the match. I'm sorry it got mildly interrupted by Florida weather. Like, it's not even that bad outside. We were getting some rumbling earlier. There was a bit of rain and wind. It's just normal Florida crap, especially in August. Anyways, Chaotic Hazel, 623 into level 22. There's a good Tetris. With efficiency like that, this is definitely still maxable before 29, though. Gotta keep it up. Shoutouts to the smooth jazz music for not fading out in any sort of clean fashion. So this is me filling air in order to reassure everybody that I'm still here for now. Apparently, if only for a moment. The internet did cut out for 5 seconds during that game. Welcome to my day. But not the internet, all the power. Oh, the bar didn't rotate! No! Can we get out of this? That one gets over. All right, come on. Fight your way out of this one. You got it. Come on. Gonna make the max out kind of really hard without 29 play, but let's go. Brought the stack all the way back to the bottom. Got the center well ready. Boom, Tetris, 879. Beautiful. Fully agreed. That's why she's the champ right now. $9.19. Now all the bars show up. Holy crap. How are we looking to go into the 29? Oh, with the worst sequence ever seen in the history of Tetris. Oh, the 5-tap didn't go. That's going to be it at 935, but that is more than enough of the score to survive game number 5 and get that game in the match. We'll see you on Sunday. GG. remember to click everything? I think I remember to click everything. And we're back! With more Tetris than my power grid can handle. We've got our next two players up on screen. Players, if you'd like a seed, let me know. I'll give you same piece sets. I believe they were talking about their level starts during the prior match. Little scroll-a-reno here. ESPS, says Martz. Hazel, greeting Lucy. Tiffy agreeing. Seed incoming. 6120 Foxtrot 0. I can't wait to have a sleepover. Nice. Confirmed for Quebec, let's go. Congratulations. I gotta confirm making all my bills get paid. It's my own damn fault. I'm like that. Mart's always a super fun fellow. Absolutely. Bet he hosts a hell of an event, too. Anyways, we got it ready on one side. We got it ready on the other side. No reason to delay. It is time to play game number 1 in 3, 2, 1. Square up! We got our 15 starts. Excellent. Introductions, please. On the left-hand side, she's a NAS player out of the United States. Her personal best, 456,000 points. Looking for that elusive half-max to break that barrier. Making her debut on Square Up as well, the Tiffy Flower. Her opponent on the right-hand side. You know him, you love him, never decline. He is known as Mr. Friendlies. Also, part of the reason we have a Kaka belt. Gas player out of Canada, another recent PB. He's up to 844,460. You know him, you love him. That over there, that is Martz. And hello in the chat to the 6464 himself. Good to see you around too. As Martz thinks it would be good to see a bar sometime soon. Never mind, the well is plugged again. Tiffy rocking a left well. She's on 70,000. Martz has been doing something at the top of the screen. We don't know what, but he's got 45. And we are underway. Game number 1. We are on 15 starts, so it's only 100 lines before the transition to the 18 speeds at level 16. Martz has got things opened up to knock down a Tetris, go to 72k. Tiffy still out in front at 83. Tiffy also must have come in with some advanced knowledge because she's got a bunch of pushdown points. And if you know me, I love pushdown points. Do also love that T-Talk from Marcel. That's a nifty little move there. He's playing off a row 2 right now. We'll get a Tetris here. Actually could have cleaned things up on a skimming a Tetris to follow. Not a skibbity Tetris. We don't do those here. Anyways, 102 for Tiffy, 92 for Martz. Both players finding Tetrises on the same bar. Martz actually getting back-to-back jacks to take the real-time lead by about 8,000 points here. Tiffy going to take it back there, 141, 130. Approaching the halfway mark of the 15 speeds. We're going to see this lead kind of bounce back and forth a bit with that 2-line difference. That is like a guaranteed way to make sure nobody has a consistent lead, is to be 2 lines apart. As both players knock down more, 179, 169. Hey now. Martz needs a bar for the center of the stack. Yapping away, but will get the bar for that. Opts not to make another bar dependency, which is probably the smart choice here. Will take a Tetris to go to 190 and try and keep on Tiffy's tail for as long as possible here to get it cleaned up. But now we've seen a proper 1 Tetris, actually like 1 and change lead open up for Tiffy. We're at 62 lines apiece, 218 to 193, so 25 grand the difference. Tiffy's stack needs a smidge of help. It's not in bad shape right now. Would love to get this left side opened up. The J not coming until it's well too late, so gonna have to find some other solutions here. But she's keeping things under control right now, keeping good options on the board. A little rough timing in a couple of these pieces. Martz is kind of built up to the sky, but he's clean. Gonna knock down a Tetris, go to 233. Now he's taking the real-time lead, and Tiffy is in a world of hurt here. She's gonna need... Oh, that L had to go right. It didn't, and at 226, she's done! Martz, 252. We'll come back and get game 1. GG. Tiffy laughing it off. You love to see it. That is the best way to take some of these. Sometimes you just... Who the hell knows? You start laughing your ass off. Problem solved. Alright, we got it ready from Tiffy. We got it ready for Martz. Honestly, Tiffy, sometimes those are matches you end up winning almost on accident. I think I've done that before. Martz managing to get through game 1. Can Tiffy strike back in 3, 2, 1? Square up. Welcome on in to the Joshua L. Tolles himself. Big stupid suck from YouTube. I don't think I want to know. I'll just let that one kind of slide. Wilson already beat me. If he can, you can. That's, that says a lot of things on a lot of levels. Ooh, bit of a missed drop for Tiffy on the left-hand side, but gets the Tetris. That'll kind of, make things a little easier here. Because at least the stack is low down enough that it's not a huge problem. She actually thought about taking that flatbird on the right. Now we'll take it. Back-to-back L's are perfect for that part of the stack. Wilson is so fun in person. I can definitely say that about a number of Tetris players that I've gotten to meet, that they are just genuinely fun in person. What's not fun is some of these stacks that I keep looking up and seeing. Martz is having a time of it here. It's 15, so you get a little more leniency with getting pieces of the sides, but yeah. All right, well he got that bar over. Tiffy has taken the lead in the meantime, as Martz probably will get his next Tetris, like, Thursday at this rate with this dig. Yeah, you know, nice. Way to get the bar over. The well is actually open. Can UPS deliver? I guess whatever Canada's post is. Do they deliver better than mine does? Oh, this is good. All right, there's the bar. There's the score. He's out of it. 57,000 for Marts, 109 for Tiffy. She's got a 2.5 Tetris lead here. We approach the 40 line mark of the level 15 speeds. The delivery finally showed up. Thank God it's not DiGiorno's. If you don't get the stuffed crust DiGiorno's, what are you even doing? Tiffy, keeping it well under control here, has built this almost 2 Tetris lead. Welcome on into Bland, checking out the queue as well. This match and one more on the docket for this fine Wednesday afternoon. Oh good, my aircon finally kicked back on. Alright, so he's got a bit of a structure on the right he'll have to work around. Tiffy, nice and clean, another power, another score. She'll be up to 192. Keeping things... Ooh. Alright. I'm going to say keeping things under control, but the stack is low enough here that even those misdrops aren't usually problematic. Just going to slow her down. Let's create a bar dependency on the left, but this has turned into almost a dirty Tetris well here with the right pieces. Gonna choose to get set up with T. Will a bar show up for this dirty left well so I can growl out a bunch of words? Like quintuple rotation of a T piece, but it works out. But the well was covered for that bar. We need one in a hurry. Triple, then the dirty Tetris on the left-hand side for Tiffy. She's up to 223. Mart's at 165. Back by a handful of lines as well, so he's got a little bit more room to work with before the speeds increase at 100 lines. Tiffy, though, with that score, looking to try and keep some of the pressure on Martz here. She's going to skim to get ready in column number 8, waiting for another bar. 225 playing 186. Oh, good solution to reopen that well. Boom, Tetris down column H is up to 245. Absolutely feeling it now. 207 to 265. Tiffy ahead by about 3 scores, but also 6 lines. So that'll make up a bit of the difference here. And Mart's clean as Tiffy's got a little bit of cleanup to do, but handling it well and keeping this stack in control. We are about to hit that 100 line mark and go to the 18 speeds. And at this range, this is kind of where you start to get tested. So you want to keep things under control. She, in fact, could even just be thinking about center welling more often than not, just for safety's sake here. I'm going to take the triple and go in 292. A solid 15 score, really. Martz, with room for one, is at 265, so he's closed the gap a little bit. Tiffy played it safe, but she's also just looking to tack on the points here. 285 for Martz into the 18 speeds. So that Tetris going to take the real-time lead at 306. Tiffy's at 300,000 flat. Well, 18 pushdown points, but she's ready and set up here on level 17. Will the bar come? Bit of an early shift, but she's going to keep good control. Excellent burn to open the well. There's a Tetris. 322 plays 327. It is neck and neck. Martz with another score of 349. Tiffy gets set up with the TPs just in time for the bar. 345. But Martz able to fire back. 371. He's still on 17. Tiffy's on 18. She's going to take the triple. These speeds are going to increase in 7 more lines on her side here. So now, going to have to look to keep this board under control as much as possible. Martz widening the lead with that Tetris. Tiffy bringing this board down to the bottom in preparation for these 19 speeds. 1 line away now. What's the strategy here? She's going to go in with that double to the left. Overshift of the J piece. Reopens that well and will squeeze a piece over. Martz at 442 into the 19 speeds. Has opened up about an 80,000 point lead here. Tiffy still fighting away though. Needs something down the right. That bar gets left. And we will reopen the well. Pick up a double here. Just got to hold it together here. Martz is on 455. Tiffy 372. Having a very solid game, but a couple misdrops in the center are going to be very problematic here. She's not going to be able to get around at 372. She's done, but a hell of an effort. Mart's at 484. Cannot get the T-piece left, but has enough of the score to get game 2. A very hotly contested battle. And making it at level 20 is solid. That was excellent work. You factor in the exchange rate, Tiffy actually won by about a Tetris. Canadian Tetrises aren't worth as much. Damn, Toast. Alright, we got readies on both sides. Martz has got his hands on the broom. But can Tiffy get a grip and avoid the sweep? One way to find out in 3, 2, 1. Square up. Honestly, that was a fun game to watch right there. That was a bit of a thriller. What's also fun is whatever the hell Martz just did. That's cool. That T-piece there on the left, that was pretty cool. And he's going to be digging early on here. We are in severe danger of Martz getting respect 15'd. Alright, he's working. He's working. I'm not sure he's cooking. Do I have a telestrator? I sure do, and I can point out that this T-piece here, kinda bad. Whatever Martz is cooking, he just burnt it. He's done at 7,000. Tiffy, you're on the board. GG. Definitely G. And yes, I absolutely have a telestrator. I knew the tech. I'm using an entirely different program that costs me $10 a freaking month. Hello, Lewis. Welcome on in. There are similar programs for OBS as plugins. I had one a while ago, but it was kind of a pain in the ass to use. You know, actually, I'm going to leave that one there. All right, Tiffy is on the board. Got a win in her debut. Now, can she get another and push us to a decider? I'll send you the textbook. I know, right? Talk to MathWiz. I think he was talking about finding some. Anyways, both players are ready. Tiffany's on the board. Can she get her other hand on the broom and avoid being swept away in 3, 2, 1, square up? Better warm up? Yeah! I've lost power twice today, and I keep my shows running sort of somehow close to being on time. Anyways, 21,000 for Tiffy. Martz says 2,000 waiting for a bar that'll actually come when as well as open. There it is! There's a score, 22,000. And we are underway in game number 4. March took the first two, honestly, both pretty solid games for both players before game 3 definitely also happened. And game 4 currently also in the process of happening. That's kind of having a bit of a choppy start here, but some very good flat burns going to help out. Said you'd take your first restream in years, then Brunei power died. Ah, brutal. Yeah, I've lost power twice today. Once literally, like, within a minute of pressing live. And then in the middle of the prior match. That was a really cool feature. Sound off and you're wiping off your screen. Say hello to Lucy and Remy in the background. And the cat. Cat has moved. Hold on. There we go. King's in the chat asking what Lucy is eating. Which joke do I take here? Which joke do I go for? I have all the options. I'm gonna go with more interested in the food than Martz's gameplay. That's what I'm gonna go for. Because I need to save what's left of my job after today's performance. Oh boy. I'm a problem. Anyways, 105,000 for Tiffy, 115 for Martz. Cat stealing food? No. The food belongs to the cat. They just allow people to have it. I know these things. I used to have cats. That's a little dirty center well for Tiffy. She'll go up to 127. Martz on 135, ahead by about 8,000 points. Yeah, I got my neck to pop, so that's a good sign. We already had one decider today. Can we see another one? And in fact, can we see a second reverse sweep? That'd be exciting. But in order to get there, Tiffy's got to get through this game. Right now, she's got the much better board. Knocks down a Tetris as Martz does something with that Z-piece before getting a Tetris shortly after, well, triple, I believe, shortly after. So Tiffy's going to take the real-time lead at 177 to Martz's 162. Martz has a few lines in hand here, but has a board that I would describe as a little tough. Gonna take the triple here. The better choice, really. Just kind of try and whittle things back down to a more workable state. There's always something to be said for saying, screw it, I don't care about pace. Burning everything to the ground and starting the hell over. Honestly, low-key goated strategy. It saved me in a handful of games. Martz having the classic trouble of, was that a Tetris or not, and finding out after the bar has gone down the well. No, it was a triple. 204, 179. Tiffy is out in front by a little over one Tetris. We are getting very close to the transition here. It is just a handful of lines away as Martz yells at a split double. Because he is back in cleanup mode. Tiffy gonna knock down a triple. She's at 228, now ahead by 2 Tetrises and change. Martz digging at about next box height here. A couple of handy pieces to get him out quickly as Tiffy goes in at 249. Martz is gonna get a very good triple here. Give some breathing room. Couple more useful pieces. He pulls back on the first Jade, gets the second one to where it needs to go, and is about to go in to the 18 speeds, 193. Tiffy's board has crumpled a little bit, but she's still hanging in there right now at 253 to 199. Martz has now got the cleaner stack here. Ooh, early shift from Tiffy, but Still time to work on this stack. We are into level 17, so that clock is starting to tick. Just gonna have to find a way to get something left. No, a couple of early shifts are gonna do her in at 257. So Martz has a chase down to finish this set off. 258 will be required. 257.693, the top out score from Tiffy. So Martz, 258. What we're looking for. The early shifts getting the better of Tiffy. Couple more singles required here for Martz to finish this. Doesn't even... Right, that double 257.3. That double is 259. Martz will say game 4 is no more and take the game of the match. A GG. 222-444 at 111 lines for Martz. That's kind of awesome. Good eye, Josh. Good eye. I love those weird scores like that. I love that. And honestly, a really good dig here out of your Kaka Crew founder. I mean, that was a legitimately good dig. I don't care who you are. I want to see how far he can take this. Taking the game off someone who's almost double your PB. Yeah, I mean, you played really well this whole match. You had some pretty damn consistent scores, especially off a 450 PB. That half max is certainly within reach. Little center well Tetris for Martz there. Is it pace? No. Is it survival? Hell yeah, it is. Been working at it for 2 years. I have a feeling you're about to start popping off. Oh, Kingston wanted to see level 29, but that's the curse that he imposes. Still, Marty, enough of the score, taking the game in the match, GG. One more to go. Don't touch that dial. We'll be back in a moment.
Looks like there's been enough talk. It's time for the main event.
You heard whoever that was. It's time for the main event. Players get their final warm-ups here. Introductions, please. On the left-hand side, she's a hybrid player out of the United States. Her personal best, 1,350,000 points. On the last show I hosted, she played on the first and last episodes, closing them off with wins both times. That is the AV Geek. Her opponent, on the right-hand side, he is a roller out of the United States. Personal best, 1.34 million points. You want to talk about close? You got it right here. Little bit of this, little bit of that. That is this and that. Players, when you are ready, if you would like a C, let me know and I shall generate it. I imagine that is going to be the case. And all the rest of you out there watching, buckle in. This is going to be fun. I know it's going to be fun. That's me opening a sparkling water. I've had enough beer over the last week. Seed in the chat, Echo 6, hey now, 3 Echo. That is a confirmed hey now in the seed. It's the only way to play. One of these days I should do a nobody gets SPS set. Just out of spite, now. Just out of spite. Even though I know what will inevitably happen, which is I will get a game with 112 S pieces by kill screen. No other way that would go down. It would be my own hubris killing me, and I would have it no other way. Alright, we got it ready on one side. As soon as we got one on the other, we can rock this last match of the show, folks. If you've been enjoying this and you want to partake, we host friendly shows up to 3 times a week. Join us, tinyurl.com/Tetris Friendlies, !friendlies in the chat if you are on Twitch. Our players, I got it ready on the left side, we got it ready on the right side. No reason to delay. It is time to play game number 1 of the main event in 3, 2, 1. Square up. This and that has kind of been trying to run a little rampage through so many opponents lately here in Friendlies, playing in different play styles, playing all manner of ranges of players as well. Gotta been somebody you gotta keep your eyes on here as we come up towards some of our super shows. I feel like he's trying to make a good bit of a case. Of course, on the left-hand side, you have one of our classic mainstays, always a formidable competitor, and frankly, always fun to have around, too. AV has been a stalwart member of the community for quite some time, and always awesome to have her playing on my shows. I still remember going absolutely wild on that final set of a show I ran a couple of years ago, the Wednesday Warriors ELO battles, and just like completely shredding my voice by the end of the night, calling that one. That was such a send-off. And now here we are on the main stage, on the friendlies. 106 to the AV Geek, 98,000 for this and that. Both players keeping their stack well under control. This and that, employing the rolling. AV has just got, like, every tool under her belt for how she wants to play this damn game, and is unfairly good at them all. Hence the hybrid listing in the bot. AV also, with the terrifying number, if you load up the bot, you go, I wonder what AV's PB on 19 is. Oh! Her 18 PB is 1.35, and her 19 PB is 1.344. Her 19 PB is 340 points higher than this and that's 18 PB. Oh! Okay. That's just a thing that's allowed now. You can just do that. Apparently when you're good at this video game. Both of these players are good at this video game. Anyways, 206 for the AV Geek, 259 for this and that, who has kept things cleaner as we scoot along through the 18 speeds, approaching the halfway mark. So wait, this and that's camera was, like, bright as heck earlier, and now I get into this scene and it's dark, and I don't know if he just turned the lights out, or there's something with the scene. I'm gonna blame Twitch. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna blame Twitch. He's gonna blame me for these garbage pieces that it took so long for him to get as well open, but it is finally open. 261 for AV. Add a Tetris. She'll go to 284. This and that at 311. Name a song by them in the chat. Go. Has opened up a couple of Tetris lead here with that score there, as he's been behind by a handful of lines. Don't worry, I cannot name a song by 311, so you can pretty much name most songs, and unless I actually know who it's by, you'll get a correct out of me. In fact, name songs by 311. Wrong answers only. Chat, comments, wherever. Tag me with the best wrong answer. AV's saying, please tag me with a freaking bar. Hey, there it is, finally. Woo-hoo-hoo. She's at 361. Add a Tetris for the reward for the survival. She's at 384. This and that. Ooh, bit of an early move with the T-piece there, and he's got this whole structure on the right-hand side that is going to be annoying as hell to deal with. It's on 451 now, but AV is going to be able to start chipping into this lead here as we go over the Joey Parker turn. Ooh, beautiful solve. The S-spin into the J-tuck. Way less burns than you'd think out of that. And the bar for the reward to 476. This is the kind of main event play we're hoping to see out of these two. 456 for AV. This and that, 499 at a Tetris. 522 at 110. So definitely eyeballing that 600 transition. Kind of an unfortunate S-piece there. Might slow things down a smidgen. Cute piece colors on AV Geek's side, says Harumi Baharu. Yes, they very much are. That is the Pride mod for Tetris Gym. And it gives a bunch of really cute colors to all the levels. I believe mine are the X7 colors. Shout outs to that. 527 for the AV Geek, 575 for this and that. As we go to the 19 speeds on AV's side, she's on 551, so a very strong performance. This and that, 599, just missed out on the 600, but I don't think he's sweating that. Just working on trying to keep ahead of AV, who, you know, is very capable of putting up some monstrous numbers even on the 19 speeds. You see with the Tetris there, she's up to 578. Center well work for this and that. I think we had a roll switch from AV Geek, hence the strange misflip on the left-hand side. I could entirely be wrong here. I could be talking out my ass. Who cares? We're watching Tetris. We're watching good Tetris, too. This and that. Ooh, but the early shift of the T-piece. He's in danger. And it's going to be done at 6:28. AV has a chase down. 6:29 required. Evie, baby, welcome on into the party of 14 here, watching AV try and pull off a chase down to start off our main event with a dirty Tetris on the left-hand side. Got a little bit more to go. 6:28, the top out score from this and that. 6:29 required. AV looking to try and do it in style. Oh, the lights came back on, too. Nice. Bar, score, game. GG. Oh yeah, no, I love the Pride Realms colors so freaking much, Irmy. Like, there are... It also just makes it fun to look at, too. It's just a completely different set. It's very vibrant. I feel like the 2 colors could be a little bit different instead of the 7 colors, but, you know. We got it ready on this and that side. AV Geek getting the next seed in as we increment the first 2 here. We are not the kind to force you to re-roll every time. We've been through enough crap. Anyways, both players got readies on the screen. AV striking first. Will this and that strike back and prove that he is all that? One way to find out in 3, 2, 1. Square up. In Game 1, AV taking advantage of some early post missteps from this and that, and executing the chase down swiftly. So this and that, looking to respond here in Game 2. He's clean through 3 right now. AV ahead by a pair of singles. Although, a couple of Zeds that are not very handy for this and that stack going to end the perfect streak here in a moment. Kind of just plops that flat bar in the middle. Yeah, no, that the crane back to the head, I feel that. But that is a dirty Tetris. Yeah, that was just a weird dirty Tetris. It worked out real good. Real good, love that. Love that Tetris. Stacking them blocks. What's gotten into me? Oh, 3 S pieces in a row for AV, so this and that has either already seen it or is about to. Getting some interesting sequences here early in Game 2 that are giving our players just minor fits. These 2 seasoned professionals, though, so I have faith that they know how to navigate this stuff. Hell of a lot better than I usually do, at least. Yeah, I mean, there we go. Both players nice and clean. AV Geek's ahead by a few lines, so that kind of explains the score gap here, as both players knock down some Tetrises. 218, 175, the 7-line difference. So, basically all squares we get around the 50-line marker. This and that will take a Tetris there up to 199. Yeah, 19K and 1 line. A little less than a Tetris difference. By sipping my water, we watch more Tetris. Burb's semi-hourly reminder to stay hydrated. Isn't that a little traffic here? We're a little bit above next box height, but that is a great J piece to fill in that dependency on the left. Very patient work here. Ooh, you see the bit of a jolt there. Oh god, the double flip of the bar, but we get it unflipped just in the nick of time. And another Tetris to follow suit. 313 for the AV. Shoutouts Detroit. 296 for this and that on about the same line count. So it's just under a Tetris lead. It's an awkward amount underneath the Tetris, because it's almost one Tetris. They're worth 22,800 right now, and it's like 19,000 is the difference. Which means that there were a bunch of doubles taken that on one side and that were singles on the other to go with the Tetris difference. Anyways, almost a simul Tetris there. 384, 349. AV actually taking a bit of advantage there, as this and that had to take a triple at one point, but now AV gonna be looking at some birds here. This may be the last match of this evening, but y'all definitely need to come check us out. Big ol' super show coming up this weekend with a bunch of very fun matches lined up that I am definitely looking forward to, even if I'm going to be stuck at work, but I would love to see all of you here in turn. Remember, that starts at 6 p.m. Eastern, or no, 2 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. UTC on Sunday. $427 for this and that. AV 466 ahead by a few lines. We are still very close here. AV is built up to the moon in the center of the stack. Just going to opt for a few skims here, whatever the pieces actually allow it, to bring things back down, because transition's right around the corner, and no matter how fast you are, you don't want the top of your stack to literally be the top of the board right in the center as you go into transition. I don't care who you are. AV's kind of leveled things off here. This and that with a little traffic about to go in as AV transitions at 499. This and that with a dirty center wells at 501 with room for one. So he's going to go in with an advantage. He had those early troubles in game one. So we'll have to see if there's any adjustment to the strategy as he goes in a little over 500,000. Opted to burn his way in to keep this board under control. You see, try and keep the slope of that stack here. Try to keep things working. Will get this well brought down. Both players kind of getting droughted out a little bit early. Difficult to find the Tetrises that they are looking for. And now a couple of misdrops on the left-hand side of AV's stack, and nothing's getting around that. She's done at 538, but this and that's got to get to 539. That double is just enough to survive and tie this set up 1-1. Wow, and that was all he got, too! $538, $540, you're good. Let us be the main event. I mean, you've made it to transition both games. That's already, that's not too shabby. Do not sell yourself short. AV Geek is ready. This and that is opening a package. And is ready. Got it. Okay, cool. We're all knotted up at one. Who will pull free and gain all the advantage and momentum in the world? One way to find out. In 3, 2, 1. Square up. Both players calling for kill screen. look up for 1 second, and AV Geek had a massive bar dependency, but gets it plugged in as we get Game 3 underway. Game 2, an accidental nail-biter. Oh, ooh, Square Burst. Ooh, hello, Square Pieces. Yes, I know, it's square up, but my god. Oh, this and that with a misflip, or a mistop of a T-piece. AV Geek beaten over the skull with squares. Naturally, both players, true professionals, out of it. Although now AV's run into the minorest little bit of an issue. I say that and she's already cleaned the whole damn thing up. It's a T-spin for good measure just to be like, Ian, shut up. Okay, I will. I lied, you can't get me to shut up, sorry. This and that with Tetris to 144 for AV is at 110. AV getting square bursted yet again, so this and that will be seeing this sequence of about 57 more square pieces. Will he be able to keep a stack in the right condition for it? Ooh, double flip of a bar leading to a bar dependency over in column 1. Could turn it into a dirty well here. Hello, here's the rest of the, some of the rest of the squares. Here's more of them. Did you want more squares? I heard you wanted squares. Yo, dog, we heard you like squares, so we put squares in your square up show, so you can have squares on your square up. 199 for this and that, 186 for AV Geek. Both players kind of really just having a time with this seed. It has not been very gentle. This and that's going to hit a left side T-spin. Those always feel just a little bit more awkward. Any sort of spin on the left, any sort of talk on the left, always just feels a little bit more awkward because in NES Tetris, you're so used to the right well, because it's easier to get bars there. It's easier to score on that side. So when you have to do any sort of left side maneuver, half of them just don't work. And the other half feel like that L piece that this and that had. Where it's like, I've totally got this. And then the game goes, I disagree. So AV looking to try and take advantage of another misstep on this and that board. She's down by about 3.5 Tetrises here. We're past the halfway mark of the 18 speeds, but she picks up one score there as this and that works away at whittling this stack back down, trying to open some of these holes. Now open everything back up and can figure out how he wants to attack it from here. This AV now double bar dependency, plugs one, fills the other, gets out of it, just a couple of lines burned. She's on 293, is now taking the real-time lead, though this and that is behind by 8 lines. Of course, he's also got a bit of an overhang, that means he's really is looking for an L for a triple instead of that bar. Will get the triple there, 318, 316. AV again taking the real-time lead, but 9 lines out in front, so this and that with a lot more runway. Then again, when you're rolling, runway is a little bit less of a thing, and when you're playing on friendlies, we don't really need those silly line caps. We'll play at a level 39, 49, 59, 69, all the way as long as it takes. Listen, if y'all make Game 5 last like an hour and a half, you do a Fractal Eric thing. It just means I'll get to scream, 69! Woo! I'll like run across the room so I can yell it from the background. Memories. I'm a trained professional at filling up dead air. 431 out of Tetris for AV. She'll go to 454. 435 for this and that, back by 6 lines. So pretty necky at this point. AV's actually having to burn off one of her available Tetrises before the transition here with that single. But this and that follows suit with it. 478, 460. So this and that with a slight lead. AV transitions, 503, solid game there. This and that with a Tetris will go to like 508 in. As AV knocks down another score. Started out with a very comfortable start to the 19 speeds. Without a couple of misshifts, does knock down another Tetris. So she's got room to work with. She's on 555. This and that is on 534. Clean right now on level 19. Able to place that more aggressively. Knocked out a couple of quick Tetrises to 584. This and that's going to take the real-time lead. AV Geek on 561. Only one Tetris behind. Able to squeeze pieces left, but didn't have dash to get the bar over for the Tetris. Does for that one. 590 for the AV Geek, but this and that charging up to 636. And now AV set up dirty center wall Tetris to go to 619. This and that was ready. Has created a bit of a hole on the left-hand side of the stack after having to take a triple because of a bar dependency. Double flip of the bar, creating a little bit more trouble on this stack. Able to find a good few pieces. That is a clutch bar. And then the L down the center. Able to stay under control. Simul-bangering there. 681, 681. We're separated by 60 points. 60 points between our players. Literally anyone's game right now. AV Geek singling into 24 at 7-11. Had to take a couple of skims here. This and that, not Tetris ready for that bar. Could have gotten aggressively set up there, not gonna bother with it. AV Geek stack starting to climb. She needs something for this left side here. But this and that in a heap of trouble as well. It might not matter. He's on 744, squeezing out what points he can get. AV takes the lead right at the end, 765 to the 746 as this and that tops out. And AV Geek will take the 2-1 lead. Nail biter. And with that T not going left, she's going to end the Mullen a little early. But hey, that's an 869. Hey now. To end a thrilling game number 3. Hey, y'all are playing a hell of a set. AV Geek, 1 game away from ending the show for the night. Can this and that bring us one more glass of D-cider? One way to find out in 3, 2, 1. Square up. AV Geek gets asked, are you playing with roll? And her response is, hell no. That stuff hurts. From what I've heard, that was odd. Things should be back. You need to pause to refresh. Feel free to go ahead. Yeah, I saw a blip on this and that stream, and I was like, did his capture card fart out? And then my streaming software goes, reconnection successful. And I'm like, excuse me? I don't fully agree. But okay. But I guess the reconnection was in fact successful. I hope it was successful at least. I mean, I still see 2 games going on. 117 for AV, 116 for this and that. Somebody want to let me know if they can still hear me. AV is waiting for a T-piece going, hey game, or an L-piece rather. Hey game, can you hear this? Please send me an L-piece. $146 for AV, $139 for this and that. Both players knocking down Tetrises, but this and that's left side a little bit jacked up with a couple of unfortunate S-pieces. So he's gonna kind of just rooftop attack this entire whole thing here. Unfortunately, it's just a brutal sequence for the way he had things set up. And AV looking to take full advantage here. She's on 215 out of Tetris to go to 238. I don't know about the players, but I can still hear you. That's a good sign. Thank you, Harumi. Genuinely actually appreciate that. It is good to know. AV opening up a small lead here in game number 4. This is not Dis and Das. Nope. This is not This and Das. This is not tapping that. This is, this and roll. Roll in this. This roll that. I don't know. Oh! There's the grip switch for this and that. I mean, it's one way to change, if not entirely fix the double rotation issues. Double rotations get enough, yeah, just play Das. Then you'll get different double rotations and have a harder time fixing them. Ah, crap. This and that, waiting for the right pieces to fix this stack. We're going to need a bar in a hurry. And I don't know if it's Twitch or my internet. My internet seems fine. So this and that, about 57 rows off the top. Waiting for the next bar. Finally, the dirty Tetris shows up. 352 for this and that. 425 for the AV Geek. This and that does still have a number of lines in hand. But it's a matter of being able to effectively use them. AV 479, this and that after that Tetris 401. A good single with the flat Z. I'll knock down a Tetris. Will go up to 425. AV getting the well reopened. Knocks down a Tetris. She's on 505 with room for 1. This and that's got room for 3. I'm beginning to think it's not just me. Or if it is, it's something really weird. That's the second time that this and that board went kind of strange, too. Unfortunately, AV's Geek's board has gotten strange in different ways. Oh, a couple of missed drops in the center. She's going to be done at 535. This and that, you have a chase down. 537, actually, going to be required. 537 required. That Tetris there will go to 505. Another Tetris will go to 530. We need 537 to go to a decider. Cat overzealous with the button mashing. That double there, enough. The single to cap it off, and we're gonna have one final glass. Last call, everybody. How about one more decider? Now, will the internet and or Twitch cooperate? It didn't feel like it was my internet at all. Because neither player's stream ever, like, really cut out on my end. So I'm wondering if Twitch is having hissy fits. Anyways, these two players are quite ready for me to stop babbling. We got a ready on the left, we got a ready on the right. We don't count deciders down from 3 here. One last time, everybody, we count it down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Square up! Something is weird with this connection, that is for sure, and I do not think it's me. I think Twitch is having a fit, because I just watched both players' connections kind of get real funky for a minute there. I have ways I can test this, sort of. I'm just so hesitant to freaking press anything right now, because the last thing I want is for everything to go down and break. Because I tested something on a fiber connection. Correction, some of it might be my internet. Well, we only got this game to make it through. And I know these two are gonna make it a banger. 120 for the AV Geek, 119 for this and that as we get Game 5 underway. A back and forth affair, the way any main event should be. Nice sides. I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, I'm hearing tiny bits of rumbling again outside, and I don't want to hear that right now. I want to watch Tetris. AV Geek 212, this and that, 187 out of Tetris to 210. Over the 40 line mark on both sides. AV has consistently been ahead in lines throughout the set, but it's really just been due to slightly earlier starts. Likely going off of chat to know when to start the game. Whereas this and that is inexplicably listening to the dulcet tones of me. Which is always a brave choice. Listening to me in general is a brave decision. Okay, that website's just not even working now. That's cool. AV Geek 341, this and that is taking the lead at 356. Not a fan of his stack at the moment, but he's finding ways to work around it as AV's created a bar dependency in the center. I apologize for the slight bit of quiet there. I opened up the Tetris tab on Twitch to see who else was also streaming, and that is definitely not Tetris. That one person is streaming. That is, well, it is distinctly not Tetris. I legitimately just forgot the name of it. Ooh, AV, early shift. That is a brutal spot for that this high up on the board. She has some ridiculous survival with Dasso, already bringing this stack down so quickly. Sekiro, that's the name of the game. As AV showing some brilliant survival here. Dirty Tetris down the center. She'll go to 381. This and that 475 has taken full advantage here. Open up quite a bit of a lead, but AV is ready to keep up the fight. We are approaching the transition one last time on this fine Wednesday afternoon evening. I'm going to keep using that term now that I've made it up. Games look fine. That's good. AV trying to reopen this dirty center well. Very handy to have this stack lower down before the transition to the 19 speeds. There it is. Dirty Tetris. She goes in at 420. Just blaze it, but now burning away once again. Ooh, and square bursted too, for good measure. This and that with that Tetris. 595. Just a casual, nearly 600 once again. So he's going into the 18 speed or 19 speeds with 170,000 point advantage. But now he's got to be able to take advantage of that lead that he's built. Both players have had some tribulations through the 19 speeds earlier as AV Geek's stream just stops going for some reason. This and that is still going. Players continue to play. I'm going to give AV a bit of a refresh here, and hopefully that might help something. And you'll see some of the behind-the-scenes jank as, oh, now this and that stream has quit as well. Oh, boy. And both players are going to have to refresh really quick. There we go. All right, we're back. Well, this and that is back, and AV's on an ad. 671, now 698 for this and that. Players keep going, keep rocking, keep rolling, or dancing, do whatever. That bar didn't quite get over all the way for this and that, but it's got more than enough speed to get pieces aside. AV Geek's stack is in dire straits. She's going to need the right pieces in a hurry. Plug things up right when that bar came. But this dash control is absolutely elite. The problem is the stack is so damn high now. Able to get that T to the left. My God, the survival here from AV. 519, gets it clean, gets a Tetris to 550. That is clutch, but now a lot more work to do as this and that is up to 777, hitting the jackpot while AV Geek has been digging away. AV Geek clean, knocks down the Texas here, she'll go to 612, but this and that fires back, 840. This lead has climbed to almost 250,000 through that survival. So AV might be looking for some help here to make this game even manageable. Unless she caves in and switches over to rolling. That Tetris is going to be nice to 652. Have another one. She'll go to 685 into 27. But this and that, 940 into 27. Add a Tetris to 973. AV Geek. Waiting for the next bar, gets it, gets a score, 719. She's still working away. This and that stack getting a little bit spicy here, but still very handleable. It's going to open up that well. And having to create a separate bar dependency. Gets a triple there. Reopens things. AV going aggressive now. Building out the dirty left wall. Gets that one over 763, but she's going to need a lot more help. Going to need the 29 with Das of a lifetime. 994 for this and that. And a single to 995 with one more bar. Will get there as AV goes in at 801. There's the max out for this and that at 831. AV Geek is done at 802. This and that, not getting much more than one more Tetris not even one more Tetris off the kill screen, but gets enough to survive game number 5 and take the game in the match. Gee, freaking gee. That is the look of a hard-fought winner right there, y'all. Brilliant final game. Lets me ring the cowbell at least once today. And that is also going to do it for us. Hi, I've been your commentator, IanKeith. I am so tired because this show has been a bit of a battle. But here we are. It's been an awesome time. Thank you everybody who came out and played, watched, cheered the players on, that much and more. But for now, we're going to go say hi to an absolute legend while I go get some dinner. Reminder as always to stay awesome, stay safe, and stay chill. If you want to hang out with us, tinyurl.com/TetrisFriendlies. Good night, everyone.